Hey everyone, welcome to Ellis Mowers. This is the day after that ice storm video that I posted. We'll get out here and clean everything up. All the ice has melted off the trees. And pretty much melted off the ground. And we got a few hours to where it's not raining. I've got the generator going. They still haven't fixed my power, but I have heat, internet, hot water. Heat in the form of a fireplace at least. This is the Vanguard 9 horsepower that y'all saw on the channel not even 2 months ago that I fixed, that had been sitting in a leaky shed and all that. Bruce's shop suggested that I check the RPMs on it because it was a little low on the amps. Sure enough, the RPMs just needed turning up. The thing is cranking out 120 volts. I've got it connected to a pigtail that's connected to a couple of outlets. So I've got my computer and all that good stuff, and we're able to basically do everything, and we have heat and all that in the form of a fireplace. We got it in the 60s in the living room, so that's totally doable. They still haven't come fix my power, as you can see. They pulled my weather head, or it pulled my hookup to the house. It pulled it over about 3 or 4 inches. So we're gonna get started. I'm just gonna crank it out. My poor neighbors have had, they've been out assessing their damage this morning too. It's just, you can always have it worse. You can always have it worse. And I'm not making this video for y'all to feel bad for me, because I know that there's a lot of other people especially in the middle part of the country, that's also dealing with the crippling ice storm, and I feel for y'all as well. But we don't have to be comparing other people's weather. We're gonna have extreme weather anywhere you go. So I'm not trying to tell anybody that my ice storm is worse than your weather. I'm just telling you, I had an ice storm and here's what happened. We're not in the business of trying to compare how much worse people's damage is compared to what I have at home. Y'all like to see what y'all see this property every day, or every single video, and I know that y'all I take pride in this property and try and do my best to keep it up, and I know that y'all appreciate and look out for me as well, most of y'all anyways. So look, I'm not trying to compare anything. I'm just showing y'all because y'all like to see stuff, and I don't want to be a robot to y'all saying, oh, here's a mower, let's fix it, here's a mower, let's fix it. I want to have at least a little bit of a openness and personality. Anyways, I've got that out of the way. I'm going to show you some before and afters. Let's get started. Like I said, I'm very fortunate, and if your neighbor's got 6 trees down in their backyard, it's not really nice to compare. If your storm is worse than the storms that I get, it's just, sorry guys. And I try and put out nice content for y'all because I know 99% of y'all look after me. So first order of business, I've got to get this cleaned out, or at least I've got to get my chainsaw out of the back there, and I'm going to get this cleaned out. I'm going to do this off camera. It's not video worthy. I'm going to show you a start and a finish, and we're going to get rolling on this. I've got a little bit of cleanup to do in the back. It took out a little bit of my bushes here, and so it's at least a day's worth of cleanup. I hope I get it knocked out before dark. I'll be out here all day, just taking care of this stuff. Before this, let me get the chainsaw out. Hopefully that thing runs. It's been a few months. Drained it out of gas. I'll get started, and I'll show you the after of this, and then we'll move on to other areas of the property. And I'm going to clean up some of my neighbors' stuff over here too, because they've got, obviously they have some very more bigger issues that they need to deal with on their property. So let's get started. Alrighty guys, let me show you the progress I've made so far. First off, let me show you what I'm using chainsaw wise. I got this a long time ago. I don't even remember how I got it. I think I got it in a lot of things about 3.5 years ago. One of my video in my first year of doing YouTube, I fixed this and called it my first 2-cycle fix. If y'all want to see how far I've come in repairs, it's kind of a treat to watch. I'll link it in the description below. This thing has been a trooper. I don't think it's one of them $129 chainsaws you get. I think it's a little bit higher than that because it's got the 42cc Durachrome engine in it. It's a Poland Pro 260. I think I've either got I think it's an 18-inch bar on it. It's got the Durachrome, and no joke, I put some fuel mix in it because I left it with no fuel mix or anything in it. Put fuel mix in it, put bar and chain oil in it, tighten the chain up. Thing started on the 4th pull. I haven't pulled it out in months, so that's a testament to trying to, you know, leave your 2-cycle equipment dry whenever you don't use it. It gives you a better chance that it's going to work whenever you need it in a situation like I've got. So that is most of what ended up falling over here on the back side of the house. I just need to pick up the limbs and whatnot, and I'm going to use a snow shovel and just honestly just push it out. That way I can get my Husqvarna out if I need to use a trailer. I need to get a wheelbarrow out too, so Husqvarna and a wheelbarrow. I've cut up most everything that I can over here. Even some of my neighbor's yard. My property line pretty much ends right here at the edge of the driveway, but obviously they've got a lot more to deal with down there. I can't zoom on a GoPro, but that trunk fell right on top of their car, and it just couldn't imagine if both my cars got lost. Especially they got newer. He's got like almost a new Buick. I think it's either an Envision or an Enclave. I had quite a few branches fall and take out of some of my bushes over here. I got those pulled out. We'll come around the back end of the gazebo and just kind of show you. But I pulled some of those out. I've got a little bit of extra damage that I found on the back side of the house here, or back side of the lean-to. Looks like the garage has mostly been spared. I got to get up there and see it. But as you can see, I've got pretty bad right here, and then right there on the back of the lean-to, I've got a cracked support there on the edge. If that's all I've got to replace out of all this, then I'll be glad to take it. Again, I cut up some stuff in the backyard, cut up some stuff in the front yard, which y'all kind of saw already on my original video. So I'm just going to continue to work. Again, just piling it up. I'm either going to load it on the big trailer here, well, the small trailer, whatever, the 5x8, or I'm going to pull out my other trailer and just haul stuff up there. The yard is so wet, I'm not going to be able to pull the mower and the trailer into any part of the yard. It's just going to get stuck, and then I'm going to be in a world of hurt. Let me show you real quick before I get started again how all the mowers fared. So I think the snapper has fared very well. A branch fell, it kind of cracked the seat a little bit. It knocked the gas tank off, but it didn't crack it or anything from what I can tell. I just have to do some cleanup to it. Again, y'all see what my garage and whatnot looks like. I just can't fit any more mowers in there, and I'm not going to pull my Element out to fit any lawnmowers. My Element's worth a lot more than lawnmowers are. Damage to this, not really any. It may have bent this. I think it bent this. It bent this handle back a little bit. I'm sure I can bend it back fairly easily. And then for this Murray, or this Brute here, it is a Murray, it's just under a different name. All it did was bust the plastic cover, and I think it looked like it dented in this right here. I don't see any oil leaks. We will do a video on this. I'll see if I can get it running. Like I said, it did dent that in. Looks like the pull rope will still recoil, so I mean, I don't really see any issue with it getting with that damage, just cosmetic. This Murray here, it did break the steering wheel off of. Is it that one? No, that one. It did break the steering wheel. I will have to find a steering wheel for that. I might be able to, I have a couple of steering wheels. I may be able to retrofit one. Again, not a big deal, all things considering. I mean, we can look. You see that right there. It's at least, and they all uprooted too. Uproot, 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 uproot. And then there's a bigger one that uprooted back there. So they got 6+ down in their yard. I'm very fortunate. So I'm going to continue to clean up. I'll take you on a quick walk just to kind of give you one more glimpse as to what everything looks like up front here. I did cut some more things up and got them laying in the driveway here. And so like I said, I got them laying in the driveway here. The front yard looks pretty darn good, all things considering. A couple of limbs down and stuff down there. So I know I had some suggestions that I should probably cut some trees down, and I'm looking at my trees right now. There are 2 that do concern me a little bit, but neither of them I see look like they would, when they would fall on the house or anything like that. The one right here kind of looks like it would fall kind of in the direction that I'm standing, so it would look like, it kind of looks like it would try and hit the cars or whatnot. So after all this rush of people needing to get trees cut, I might get a tree guy out here, more so in the spring and the summertime when really only have thunderstorms to deal with, which these trees really do fare pretty well in thunderstorms as long as the ground isn't soaked like it is now. So I've got, and then this one right here that's leaning over the truck. Both of those, because what'll happen right there is if that one falls, it's going to hit that one, and that one's going to fall probably into that one, and then that one's going to fall. So this, I do not own this tree, so nothing I can do about that. It is leaning towards that way. So again, I like the shade, and if I did get rid of all of my trees, it would cost tens of thousands of dollars. So I can't pull that type of money at this point. Thank God I don't live paycheck to paycheck, and thank goodness that I have the ability to stay home and clean all this stuff up. That my job is will allow me to do that. Well, I'm kind of forced to do that because I've been exposed to somebody who's tested positive for COVID-19, so I'm here at home for 14 days anyways. So that's the status update. Here later in the day, I'll add to this clip, and I'll show you once I get everything to the road. I'll kind of show you the end game of everything. It's going to look a lot better, but it's not going to be 100%. So let me keep on working, and I'll get back to y'all in a minute. Alrighty, y'all, let me show you, I guess, the finished product for now. We've got an ice storm. This is Wednesday. Honestly, guys, I've lost track of days. I've been at home since, this is the 17th of February. So the ice storm happened on the Saturday prior, and it's taken me all until Wednesday to get everything settled. Last update I gave y'all, I guess, was Monday. I had no power still. I do now have power. It is the power company had to come and hook my line back up. The line, my weather head was damaged and or had fallen off. That's been like that ever since I moved in. I didn't realize that was a make or break for whoever, the power company. So they brought my line back up, but they couldn't hook me back up. So I had somebody come and hook me back up last night. They still have some work to do. But as you can see, there's still some damage. I did help the neighbors in the front yard get some of the front yard stuff up. I'll probably get this up for them at a later time. That's a better look at the car down there. I don't know, the sun's glaring on you. There you go. They already took his truck away. As you can see, I'm starting with a clean slate because I know we might get another ice storm this week. Blew off everything. Blew off the roof. I don't know if everything's been such a blur. I had to do some roof repair to In addition to the lean-to, I had to do some roof repair on the garage as well. Let me see if I can get up here and show you where I had to do it. I had to do some sheet metal. I just put some sheet metal and just some tar right there. One of the branches that y'all saw, it actually fell down like this, and so it knocked a hole about the size of 2 fists in the roof. I picked up all the pine cone, pine straw debris as much as I can. I still have some magnolia tree stuff back there, leaves that are down. The yard's still too wet really to ride the lawnmower over, at least in that area back there. But I was able to get most of the stuff that was kind of in and around the driveway up with the mower and the trailer. Whatever was in the backyard where it was sopping wet and all that, I used a wheelbarrow. All like the pine straw and whatnot. I have this old snow shovel that wouldn't be very good at shoveling snow, but it did a good job of just kind of pushing stuff along the concrete, the small debris. Obviously the Poland chainsaw I told you about, and my echo blower. Pretty much got everything done. And of course the MVP of the whole ordeal, when I was out of power for 3 days until they came and fixed my weatherhead, was the Coleman PowerMate Pro Gen 5000 with the 9-horse Vanguard Briggs on it. So that was super nice to have. It really wasn't too bad on gas. I probably burned maybe 8 to 10 gallons, which means it used about a gallon every 2 hours of runtime. That sounds about right, because it's still pretty full. Still pretty full because I had just filled it up because I didn't think nobody was going to be able to fix my power the night before, and they were, thankfully. Gotta go get gas now with this ice storm tonight, since my dad's not really able to go, or not supposed to go anywhere because he's COVID positive. Go deliver gas to him, make sure his generator runs good. I think he cranked it up last week or something. So, and then here's my backyard area. So it's like nothing ever happened. There's a little bit of debris still back there in the very backyard, but guys, it's taken me 3 days to get all this fixed, and it's too bad I couldn't show you the pile at the road, the completed pile. I think I showed it to you on Monday. Like I said, everything's such a blur. This is more of a vlog than anything. It was probably a good 40 feet long and 5 feet high, 4 to 5 feet high of stuff that I've pulled out of this yard. And that doesn't include the backyard, because my neighbor back here allowed me to use his pile so I didn't have to drag it all the way up the driveway to my front. So that was nice of him. So yeah, this one wasn't very fun. I know that worse weather could be had, and I hope that we do not have it. But I will post this video on Wednesday night. I will give y'all an update. If it's nothing to do with, I won't worry about updating y'all. But if we have another ice storm that was remotely as bad as the one we have over the weekend, I'll give y'all an update. Y'all are very loyal. Y'all like knowing what's going on outside of mower stuff, and I'll, it's not all peaches and cream sometimes. Of course, it could always be worse. I don't put these videos out to say poor me. I'm just out here saying this is what happened, and that I actually am a person and not just somebody who cranks out mower videos twice a week. So thank y'all for watching. I got the gas cans in the back here. Go fill them up, and hope y'all have a good rest of the week. I do have a couple of mower videos in queue for you that I probably will post later in the week or the weekend. I just didn't want to seem kind of you know, oh, I had an ice storm, and then 2 days later, oh, here's a lawnmower. So I kind of put them on hold. I will catch back up, and y'all have plenty more mower videos in the next couple weeks as I start to work on all this other stuff back here. It seems like every time I try and get back here right now, something happens. So thank y'all for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next video, and hopefully it's a mower video and not Ice Storm 2.0. So hope everybody else is staying safe. I know we've had some crazy weather across the country this week in terms of ice and record cold and whatnot. Thankfully, we're only dealing with temperatures in the 30s around here and the high 20s as opposed to the negatives and stuff like that. So like I said, I know it could always be worse. But thank you all again for watching. Thank you all for all the support. We've hit 2,500 subscribers. I wish I will celebrate whenever I have time to just sit down and relax from all this storm damage. But thank y'all for all the support that y'all have given me this week as well, and I will catch y'all in the next video.